If you've been wanting to start Forex trading and you don't know how, I'm about to give you just an absolute breakdown of everything you're going to need to do and the steps that can get you there along the way. My name is Jessica. I've been trading since 2019. I bought a property in London at 24 years old, and I give you the no-nonsense steps about Forex trading, investing, and what it takes to actually get successful on your investment journey. If you're someone who's been really interested in the world of investing and feels like a lot of it is just gatekept, then do make sure you hit the subscribe button. I have so many past videos that you can watch, but I'm also sharing tips every single day here and on my Instagram of my entire Forex trading and investment journey and how I got to where I am today. I have multiple businesses. I haven't worked a 9 to 5 since 2019, and I live life totally on my terms. That doesn't mean it doesn't come with hard work. I'm a very, very hard worker. So if you are also financially focused and you see yourself as a hard worker and someone who wants that success, by all means, say hello in the comments. It's great to get to know some of you. Okay, so you've clicked on this video because you probably already know what Forex trading is. Maybe you don't really know too much and you're just curious. First thing you need to do is do your research. There are plenty of online resources. There are plenty of people teaching for free on YouTube. I never did that in my Forex trading journey, please be aware, but just know there are plenty of free resources that you can be looking at on the internet right now that can give you the very, very basic education around Forex trading. Understanding how to look at charts, understanding candlesticks, understanding pips, how to calculate them, understanding risk, understanding leverage, understanding currency pairs. There are so many different things, and it's really, really exciting. If you are particularly a studious, I think you're going to really enjoy it. If you like a fixation, which I know I definitely did, just lock the fuck in because it is a really exciting journey if you love to learn. One of my best bits of advice is make sure you have a notebook. It sounds really basic, I know, but give yourself a dedicated notebook. It doesn't have to be fancy, but make sure you have a place where you are writing everything down and that your notes are organized. That is going to become your Bible. I think it's really important to enjoy that practice of going back to school, becoming a student again, and getting excited about the things that you're going to be learning. Remember, the world of investing can actually really liberate you in ways that you can't even imagine yet. So just get super excited and enjoy being at the start of your journey. Enjoy being a beginner. Enjoy trying to be the best student that you can. Make your notes super neat so that you can always go back and reference them. So yes, you need to understand the very basics, but that doesn't mean you can just go onto the market straight away and start trading. A lot of people don't know actually how to access the markets, and for that you're going to need a broker. Now, I have tried and tested so many brokers. I've probably tried 15 to 20 brokers in my entire trading career, and I have stuck with maybe 3 throughout that entire time. And if you want the links to those, you can find them in the description below. Yes, it may mean that I get a little bit of commission, but that also means you're starting your trading journey on a platform that has been tried and tested and has the thumbs up tick from me as being really reliable. Things to look for when you are looking for brokers and doing your research: make sure that they are regulated, make sure that they have good comms. Having good customer support is so, so important. And the last thing you want to do is be signed up with a broker and the only support they have is a chat with an AI bot and you can't speak to anyone. I have a very close relationship with the brokers, so I have the direct phone number of the exact person who is actually managing and overseeing my accounts. You want to be able to have access to human beings. Next step to starting to trade is actually depositing. So you want to deposit an amount of money that you are, first of all, not afraid to lose. Please, please remember that Forex trading comes with absolute risk. When you hear people say, oh, I lost all my money Forex trading, please believe them. Please believe them, because if you come in not knowing what you're doing, you will lose your money, and that's the be all and end all of that. So I want you to take a look at your overall finances, and if you haven't done a personal audit of your finances and knowing exactly where you are in your financial landscape right now, that is super, super important. I actually do have spreadsheets that do this for you. So let me know, feel free to message me. I will never message you first, but feel free to message me somewhere on the internet where you can find me, Instagram or on here, for those spreadsheets. But it's really important to know where you are financially and whether you can afford to invest, okay? As a rule of thumb, because people ask me all the time, and there's no magic number, okay? And again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not qualified to tell you anything. This is purely for educational purposes only, okay? But the general rule of thumb that I say for people is £200 is a good place to start with. £100, you're going to be over leveraging anyway. And if you don't understand what over leveraging means, please go do your research on risk and risk management. If you start with £100, you're going to be over leveraging. I tell everyone, if you only have £100 to invest, then you shouldn't be investing, and that is that. Some people don't want to hear that, but that's just the truth of it. £200 is generally a good place to start with because it means you can take the smallest lot size trades. You can take tiny, tiny trades, 0.01 lot size, and not be over leveraging your account. You have to be more patient, obviously, but your patience gets rewarded. Let's say you do your financial audit and you find that you actually have an okay amount that you'd like to start investing. And by investing, I mean willing to lose, okay? Then for a beginner with a bit more money, £500 max. What are you going to do with £1,000? Really and truly, if you don't know what you're doing, please don't put £1,000 in there. You can always top up as you go along. So far, you know your Forex basics, you found a broker, you've made a deposit. Now what? Now you actually have to have a strategy. And there are so many strategies that you can use. There are hundreds, if not thousands of strategies out there. You just have to pick one and get really good at it and do it every single day. This is where people fall down. They find a strategy, they try it for 2 or 3 days, maybe a week max, then they give up because maybe they've had some losses, they didn't actually know what they're doing, and they then get shiny object syndrome and try to look for the next strategy. I want you to find one that you will enjoy. And by enjoy, I mean love doing every day. The strategy that I use, I'm a Fibonacci retracement trader. I absolutely love Fibonacci. And literally look at my smile. It's an absolute joy. It is an absolute joy to do every single day. I absolutely love my strategy. It's so much fun and it's very pretty. I like trading with colors and lines, and that is that. Some people will poo-poo on other strategies, and there's a lot of like thumbs downing each other in this community, which I find very strange. But I just urge you guys to find a strategy that you enjoy. This has to feel a bit like gaming. You're not going to sit and play a game forever and ever that you absolutely hate. So I want you to find a strategy that you actually enjoy trading. The theory of it should excite you. The theory of it should make you want to actually research it and study it and do your back testing. So back testing is really important. That's when you look back on the charts and you find examples of your strategy executing and being successful or not successful. It's really important that you document both. I always say to my students, take 1,000 screenshots, and that is how you get good at your trading strategy. A lot of the time, it's not the strategy that doesn't work, it's people's confidence in the strategy, and that is what can make or break a trader. All of this back testing you should do on a chart provider website. So I use TradingView. Again, the link is in the description, but TradingView is probably the most, I don't really know of any others, probably the most used platform on the internet for analyzing the charts. They've got so many different commodities and things on there that you can be looking at. They've got loads of different tools, loads of different resources. It really is fantastic. So do make sure you have a TradingView account. It is free and it is an essential tool for your trading journey if you intend on being a successful trader. Now, a lot of people actually get stuck at this beginning phase of their trading journey for a really, really long time. And trust me, I know not only have I been through it, I've also seen so many others do it too. What I would say as a really good helper, because this is also what I do, I'm always going to tell you what I do. I'm not going to pretend that I'm just this amazing solo trader. I have so many different systems set up. So I also have auto traders alongside that are also bringing in income. So something that I found really helpful is to have an auto trader set up that's a strategy. Again, find a strategy that you like and you love that is automatically ticking along in the background, okay? It's taking its trades for you every single day, which means that regardless of what happens, you're still investing, you're still in the investing game, you're still in the trading game, but it just means that you don't have that stress or that pressure of your own personal strategy taking profit every day, because that's when people get really bogged down. I think it's the trading psychology of it all. It's when maybe you have a bad run, maybe you have 2 losses in a row, or maybe 2 bad trading days in a row. And trust me, it happens, okay? It's going to happen. When you know you've got other things ticking along in the background, it changes the psychology. We come out of scarcity mindset into something that's more calm and we're in a more relaxed state. Some people might tell you not to do that, but again, that's how I've always done my trading. I've got multiple trading accounts for multiple different strategies. I've got different auto traders. I've got so many things going on, but that's because, like investing should be, I like to diversify my portfolio, and it always means I've got something coming in. Another step that people miss tends to be documentation. So I want you to get really used to screenshotting your results. And I don't mean screenshotting your profits in your MetaTrader 5 app. I mean screenshotting your charts, okay? You do your chart analysis, and when your trade executes, if you hit a profit or you hit a loss, I want you to take a screenshot and put it somewhere. Dedicate a space for it. Dedicate a file on your phone, on your iCloud, on your Google Drive, maybe in your Notion app. Wherever you do your note taking and you're consistent, please make sure you are documenting your trades and putting them in there. Regardless, 100 trades are going to go by. So you're going to have a very clear idea about the statistics of your results, and you can have them visually. And that is really, really helpful as you go further along the line to becoming an advanced trader, because then you can start to look for exit strategy, which personally is my favorite part of trading. And the last thing I'm going to say is having a withdrawal strategy. Now, nobody taught me about withdrawal strategy on my trading journey, funny that, because we start Forex trading to be able to use it, right? And I'm sure a lot of other people do, we just end up hoarding. We end up making profit and just sitting on that money, when actually you should really have a withdrawal strategy. So decide for yourself, when are you going to be making withdrawals? Is it going to be on a monthly basis? Is it going to be on a weekly basis? How much of your profits are you going to withdraw? Remembering that your account won't be growing if you're withdrawing all of your profits. So just being really clear on what you want to do with your withdrawals. Some people just want to build up for 6 months and then decide what they're going to do from there. You are in total control. Me personally, I like to make my withdrawals weekly, and I will only ever withdraw half of the profits that have been made. From that point, I then divvy up my withdrawals and then put them into respective accounts. So whether that's for bills, putting some aside for tax, putting some towards further investments. I invest in the S&P 500, I invest in other businesses. So just being really clear on how and why you are using your profits. If you have started trading, I know a lot of people start their trading journey in order to clear debt. Whilst I don't agree with that, this is one way that you can then start to working towards to clearing off that debt. Take half of your profits from that week and straight away pay off some debt, whether it means divvying it up between all of them, or maybe you're paying off one credit card first and you're kind of doing the snowball effect. That is a pretty good way to ensure that you can clear off your debt whilst you are still on that trading and investment journey. Does that make sense? And then after that point, it really is looking into the future. You want to ensure that you get yourself into a really good routine with your trading journey. And once you have done your first year, I always say, not the first year is the hardest, the second year is the hardest. And nobody on the internet wants to tell you that. The second year is the hardest. That will be for long-term traders. That's a lot of long-term traders' make or break point. But if you make it through year one, congratulations. It's like university. Second year is always the hardest. If you can make it through your Forex trading university, if you can get through year one, and if you can make it through year two, and if you can get to the end of year three, try and aim for, I don't know, what is it? A distinction with honors. Just try your best to be a really good student for 3 years. And whilst taking profit along the way, you'll be a trader for the rest of your life. And I can say that I've been through it all. I have graduated trading university. I've done my trading masters, which is that extra 4th year. And now we're just rocking and rolling. I'm 7 years into my trading journey and I absolutely freaking love it. It's the most fun thing ever. And it gives you options. Okay. No, this isn't the only investing that I do. No, this isn't the only income that I have. I have so many other streams of income, but it really has been my absolute foundation since I was about 24 years old. So please know that good things really can happen, and I want to wish you all the luck on your trading journey. The most important thing is that you believe in yourself, because so long as you have belief, you can and you will get there. It's just a matter of time and discipline. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'm open to making videos about anything that you guys would like to see more of, so please do let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.
Listen to your heart, mirror the reflection of the law. I just wanna show you